Thank you for watching. In the last video that you have seen this car, or maybe you haven't seen it, and I do suggest that you go check it out. I mounted sand pedals to it and I had a blast on the hill. Right now it is getting a bit shittier weather. It's getting a bit colder. I don't want to be out in the quarry anymore in the wind and in the rain and everything, and in the snow even in a couple of months. So I want to mount a couple of tires that will make me be able to take this car out in the forest, out on the trails, have some fun with it over there. There is a perfect option to go and do that. Apart from, of course, the standard wheels, which are, well, also pretty good. With those Falcon Wild Peak tires pointing over there, you cannot see it, they are really there. But I wanted to have something that added a tiny bit more cool to this car. As you can tell, I've also completely customized the chassis. So these are all the axial upgrade parts that you can find for the 10 scale Yeti. And right now, these wheels, I think they just really top it off. What the hell are you looking at, you may wonder? Well, fortunately I got this cape as well. These are, let's see, do I have it? Yeah, I have it the right way around. They are Pitbull tires. You can tell as well that they have a sick font going on. I really love their logo. And that's also why this entire video will just be about these Pitbulls. When I said to my wife, I've got a couple of Pitbulls, she said, but I thought you were like a cat lady with a penis, which is right, because I'm really a cat person. But, well, I got some Pitbulls right now as well. What you're looking at over here, these are the 2.2 Growler tires by Pitbull. As you can tell from the thread pattern, it is a really realistic thread that they have going on. Also the sidewalls, that look super realistic. And the rims, that's also something that I want to touch on. These rims are actually machined aluminium. So also everything that you see, the bead lock rings, the hub cover, everything about them is aluminium. These are literally the coolest wheels that I have ever owned, and that's even counting the ones that I have on my Land Rover Defender, counting the aluminium bead locks that I have going on my Losi 5. These wheels are unparalleled. So I love them. The only thing that, because of course I'm a dumbass, so what I forgot was to change out foams to some decent foams from Crawler Innovations. So all the 600 screws that you see per wheel need to be taken out again in order for me to change out these foams to something that's a tiny bit stiffer and something that can handle the weight and the power of this car. As always, I run a Castle Creations setup in here, and I do want to make sure that I can actually put all the power to the ground, which as of yet is not going to happen, because these foams, they're really sloppy. These are not closed cell foams. They're not really anything. These are just the standard foams that you get with your Yeti kit, which I'm pretty sure if you have a super slow motor in there, that will do just fine. But for me, with a bit of a heavier rig, that will not do the job. Onto the body, because well, you've seen this this pink Gay Pride shell, I think, long enough right now. I know that I have at least looked at it long enough. I know also that I've had a Beetle shell by Proland sitting around for quite long enough right now. So this is also the third in those three bodies that I promised that I would paint, that I'm actually going to paint up. Now, thank God that I waited a tiny bit, because that's, call it like a heavy metal type of font that Pitbull has going on in their logo. I found it perfect to put that on the doors on both sides, and it inspired me a tiny bit to put like a HemiStorm logo on the top, and I think once it's done it will turn out pretty cool. I want to stick to the Pitbull Tires logo colors on their logos, of course. I also want to put in some red, because as you can see on this banner, there's some red going on over here, which I think matches the yellow really well. So I want to put like a red center stripe over the body of this car. I also want to put in some champagne, just to complement that champagne anodized aluminium that's going on in all those axial upgrades, and then hopefully it will turn out pretty cool. There's one special technique that I discovered more or less by accident that I also want to apply to this, but I think for now the most important thing is to get the first coat of paint on, which is going to be the black. After that I'm going to move to the champagne, and after that, that's where the interesting part will start. You will wonder why I've been wasting 3 minutes so far watching this video. Then I will make it up to you, I promise. I experimented a tiny bit with the painting order on this body. I started out with the black, that's also something I would usually do, but after the black I forgot one step, so that's when I needed to add all the champagne. I put some champagne anodized aluminium around the letters that you see going on over the top, and also in the panels over here behind the roll cage, just to make those sort of go in line with what's going on with the anodization of the chassis. I think that's a nice little trick. So go check out those anodized colors that Tamiya offers, because they are really nice to paint with, and if you back them you get a really cool effect. After that I decided to focus on those Pitbull Tires logos that I have going on over the doors. So that's on both sides, just to make sure that I had all those tiny details already covered before I was going to fill in all the backgrounds. I will explain why I did that later. So I went a tiny bit heavier on my backing than I would usually do, just because white in this case was not the last step of my paint scheme. I hope this all makes sense. If not, hit me up in the box below and ask a question, because I'm pretty sure that I can answer it for you. After that I decided to fade the letters that are going on over here on the top. I made a separate video about that, just because I don't want to bore you too long in this video that's really focused on the tires and on the rims. So if you want to have more info about the fading, go check out that video if you haven't seen it already, because I already posted it when I'm posting this video. And also with the camouflage effect that you see going on over the top. That is the main reason that I wanted to have all the tiny details painted already, everything filled in already. I put ketchup and mustard over the top of the entire car, or on the inside, before painting it and before washing that off. Now if you still have masking left that you want to keep, chances are that it will not survive that process. The whole ketchup thing is something that I discovered by accident. I think it is a really cool effect. What you see on the car is not actually ketchup, it is paint. So you just use the ketchup to mask up certain areas. After that you paint over it, it leaves no residue. You just wash off the entire ketchup with the film of paint that is stuck over it. Hope this makes any sense. Then you wash it off, and you can do that a couple of times if you want to have like a camouflage effect in a couple of different colors. I also made an entire video about that, so if you want to check how that works, also go check that out. I will leave links to those two videos in the video description box. There's a lot going on in today's video description box. There's also a link to Pitbull Tires, to their website, where you can check out these rims and all of these tires that you will have also seen in some close-ups. If you are there, before you check out your order, use the discount code 25 HemiStorm 2015. I will make sure that it is here, and I will make sure that it's in the description box so you can use it, and so you can also pass that one around to your friends. Speaking of discount, this is of course a Proline Racing body. The light bar is also by Proline, and the lights in the front are also by Proline. These lights, by the way, they're so awesome. I really love them. On the ProlineRacing.com website, use the code HemiStorm10 for an instant 10% discount on all your purchases. Well, I really feel like that was a whole lot of info in a really short amount of time. If you have any questions, leave them in the box below. Any comments, leave them in the box below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I hope to see you around. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.